Good morning, everyone. Today's video, 5 reasons your garden keeps failing. Number 1, you bit off more than you could chew. Guys, look at the garden behind me. It's a lot of garden. That is a 1/4 acre garden, 108 feet by 108 feet. It's tremendous. That garden can put out thousands of pounds of food. Size matters. So you need to pick 1 to 5 varieties for this grow season that you're going to stick with. You're going to learn everything there is to learn, guys. What plants can be planted together. Succession planting. What I mean is you get a row of garlic in. 3 weeks later, you get another row of garlic in. 3 weeks later, you get another row of garlic in. So that you harvest. 3 weeks later, you harvest. 3 weeks later, you harvest, rather than planting it all at one time. So you're going to learn everything there is about the 1 to 5 varieties that you are going to pick because your family likes it. Okay, so with garlic, you have to know everything there is about garlic. When to plant it, how to care for it, how much water does it need, what pest might attack it, when do I know it's time to harvest the garlic, how do I store it, how do I cook with it, what do I do with the excess garlic, can I can it, can I sell it, what animals would eat it, what is it good for on my homestead or my farm. What people do is they look at this 1/4 acre and they go, I'm going to plant, and they put 20 different varieties of plants in this garden all at the same time, and things become ready to be harvested pretty much all at the same time. And that's going to be 4 months from now in the heat of summer. So now you have to harvest this. Now you're going to have to harvest this whole 1/4 acre or your 4 raised beds all at one time. So you have bitten off more than you can chew, guys. You're going to get discouraged in the heat. You're going to get discouraged with the physical labor it's going to entail. And you're just going to throw your hands up and quit. A lot of you are new and beginning farmers. I am a new and beginning farmer. That was Sam's winter crop. Garlic, 1 row. Never planted garlic in my life. Why would I have planted 4 100 rows of garlic? I didn't know how to plant it. I didn't know how to care for it. Didn't know how to harvest it. I didn't know how to store it. So I did not overload myself. I have a 1/4 acre market garden. I planted 1 row of garlic, 100-foot row of garlic, because I'm learning. And I have learned the hard way that when I've got 12 different varieties in this garden, I am now so overwhelmed. How much water does this type of plant need? What's the best fertilizer? And when I say fertilizer, I'm saying, is it going to be rabbit poop or is it going to be worm castings? Is it going to be rabbit urine or is it going to be more compost? Guys, I'm telling you, slow your roll down. You're only competing against yourself, okay? So you don't need to try to seed up 10 varieties of plants, transplant them, care for them, harvest them, deal with pests, deal with watering issues, deal with weeds. Stop. You're setting yourself up to fail. So slow your roll down, guys. Reason number 2. You're working against nature instead of with her. You're leaving your soil bare. You're tilling. You're using pesticides. You're overwatering. You don't realize that you need pollinator plants. You need pollinator habitats, which you can make yourself, guys. Get creative. You need little dishes with rocks in it, or like my dad does with his bees, a big brick sitting in the water so they can just sit on the brick and drink the moisture off the brick. Literally, they never can go near the water. They just drink what the brick is soaking up. Where are these, your good pests, your pollinators going to get water? I'm very blessed. There's a pond right there. But I still come back through and leave little watering stations. I leave little pollinator habitats out in my garden around the pollinator friendly bushes. Guys, Work with nature, okay? When I tell you that, look at the woods behind me. Who waters that? God. Who feeds it? God. But there's no bare soil there. There's nobody out there individually watering all of that. And it's because there's a method to those woods. Now you need to mimic that method in your garden, okay? You have got to study what you're doing, all right? We're past the need to have bare earth gardens, right? We're so past that. Come on, guys, we can do better than that. Reason number 3, water. You are either not watering enough or you are overwatering. And I am going to tell you right now, overwatering is more dangerous to your plants than not watering at all. When you overwater, you literally pull the nitrogen and other nutrients that your plant needs to grow out of the soil. You dilute it, you run it out, okay? So here it is. How do you know when your plants need water? It's a great question, and I have a video on that. I advise you go look through it. Watch it, okay? Now, number 4, reason 4 that your garden is failing. You don't have anything to block the sun from hitting your soil. If you garden like I do here in southeast Louisiana, I don't even really care where you are in the world anymore. We are heating up. We know that. For whatever reason, it's getting warmer. I'm not going to get into all that. We're not going to start that debate. But it's super duper hot, okay? So why would you leave bare soil? That's like leaving bare skin. It's March, 7 o'clock in the morning, and I have long sleeves on. Why? Because it gets super hot, and that sun doesn't play. So you have to cover your skin, right? You don't want skin cancer. Well, what's it doing to your garden when the earth is bare? You've removed the shirt off of the earth. You have removed everything that your soil needs to protect itself. And then you let the sun hit it, and it bakes it, and it kills everything in your soil. You have got to get a deep mulch. When you look behind me, that's not just hay, guys. Sorry, I have deer flies really bad at this time of year, and they're all over me. You want hay, leaves, manure, compost, worm castings, wood chips. It does not matter. Cardboard, newspaper. Get your soil covered. Get it covered, guys. Seriously, cover it. Reason number 5, your garden is failing. You keep doing the exact same thing over and over and over, expecting a different outcome. That's actually the definition to insanity. You also do not have a clear vision of what you want from your garden, and you're letting other people tell you when you finally find what you want to do, what God has showed you to do. When you finally figure that out, you're going to have 1,000 people tell you you can't do it. When I said I was going to no-till, people laughed in my face. They laughed in my face. They weren't even polite enough about getting in the car on the way home and laugh about me. No, they stood right here with me and said, you will fail. You cannot no-till in Louisiana. We have clay soil, Sam. You must till clay soil. Y'all, if I could write down all the naysayers' comments, if I would have done what they told me instead of the vision God gave me, this would be a dream and a vision, but not a reality. So listen to me when I tell you, we are uniquely, each one of us uniquely given gifts. Use your gift. If you want to grow microgreens, grow them. If you had a vision that you're going to grow them in your basement and sell them to restaurants, you got to start somewhere. Get busy. If you had a vision of raised beds and growing enough food for you, your family, and your livestock on your 1/4-acre plot of land wherever you live, do it. Quit letting other people tell you you can't. But I am telling you, the 5 reasons your garden's failing are real reasons. Go back, listen to it a second time, understand what I'm telling you. Stop working against nature. Stop biting off more than you can chew. Figure out when your plants need water and realize that in a deep mulch system, you can go 3 days in the Louisiana heat of summer with never putting water on that soil. And those plants will thrive. So if you're having to water your plants twice a day, 3 times a day in the heat of summer, and other people are telling you, oh, that's normal. No, it's not. No, it's not. How often does it rain on those woods? The difference is those woods have a 2 or 3 foot mulch around those trees and those plants and those berries. It's all mulched. So it can go 2-3 weeks with no rain and that stuff's just vibrant green. The same thing for your garden. Think about your forefathers. They didn't have watering systems. They weren't running irrigation across their property, guys, and going out there. They depended on the rain to water their gardens. So they figured out really quickly to leave root systems in the soil, to heavy mulch. They didn't actually till, even though people believe they did. They cut a teeny tiny furrow in the dirt and laid the seeds there and covered it back up. They didn't get out there with a machine and roll that dirt to powder. Guys, it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Just because your grandpa did it or your daddy did it doesn't mean it was right. I'm just saying. I really am just saying. We're past that. So guys, but blessed day. It is only 7:15. I'm getting attacked by deer flies and they are serious in Louisiana. Serious. The sun is coming over these trees like a beast. It's going to be 80 something degrees here in a minute and Sam's going to be sweating. But like my soil, my skin is covered. So you guys have a blessed day. I hope that this really helps you. I hope you understand that you don't have a black thumb. Okay? You aren't a failure. It's not that you don't know anything. It's simply that what you know, you're not applying correctly. And you didn't know what you didn't know until you knew it. So now you know the 5 reasons your garden's failing, and you're going to correct those, and you're going to put in the comments how your garden was the best garden that you ever grew in your life this season, because I believe in you. Guys, have a blessed day. It is now time for me to get in the garden.